sports coverage of the National Football League is expanding across borders as we join you from Munich, Germany, and fabled Allianz Arena. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Detroit Lions. On the visitor's sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. These guys looking to get back on track after dropping their first loss of the season a week ago. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also among the league's best. And this very well could be a Super Bowl preview. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led out by someone who needs no introduction to these Lions. Their quarterback for 12 seasons and the franchise's most prolific passer with over 45,000 yards and nearly 300 touchdowns. It's Matthew Stafford. Stafford going to put it up right away. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 16 carries, 87 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and down the field.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 22 here. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you don't establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Stafford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback. Looking to throw is Williams.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling them in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
And they're able to work this to the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Right back to Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Now a run up the middle with Washington. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Williams going to sneak it. And he is going to have a Lions first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on third and inches.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Draw play, Washington. And they showed off the athletic junior. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
A 7-yard pickup.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
8-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
On first and goal, Washington. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
To kick off.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Patriots headed out as you get a look at Josh McDaniels, their offensive coordinator. His guys trail here in this first half, and now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. On that last carry, he just passed LaDainian Tomlinson, Charles, on the all-time NFL rushing list.
And congratulations to him, and I'm sure LT would probably applaud him as well. They'd also ask him, as long as you carried it, could you throw it like I could too?
LT, though, finished his career at 13,684, and now he's soaring past that. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Stafford. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing. Unit, Charles, they hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Yeah, the Patriots are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's third and goal. Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And that sack brings up fourth and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The Lions offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. He had the touchdown on the opening drive, and that has become a theme throughout the season. As you take a look at where he ranks among the leaders in rushing touchdowns. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Play action. Now Williams. They'll roll him out right. That's caught downfield by Neighbors. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 8. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Stafford now to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Throwing is Stafford. Into space at the 45. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
First down, New England.
Now Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Here's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Back to throw, Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Washington's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Stafford now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the Lions' 21-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, it's Stafford. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are able. Lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check it. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Welcome back Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll start the drive with Washington. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Washington. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football. Yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. Oh, he's got a man open. It's caught. He's to the 15. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Extra point try now from Dicker. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Khalif Raymond now. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New England's offense set to go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Henry. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up 3rd down.
Stafford. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
Pickup. 1st down, New England.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They got another 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Stafford now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Up the middle they go, Washington. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one.
Kyle Pitts, 31 yards. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Patriots offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Gets through, and now an opening. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
First down, New England.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Stafford. Over the middle, it's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup of 6.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 34-yard line.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 20 A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Back to throw. Stafford. Robinson's got it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 7.
Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
On the play. And it's third down.
Henry up the middle. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll try to run with Monungai. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Down this. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Henry is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. So here we go on a third and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Patriots get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
First and 10.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Brings up second and 9.
Here now, second and 9 from the 39-yard line. On the give, this is Washington. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now here comes the third timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
13 yards on the play. And the Lions.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll indeed take a knee. Second and 11 now. A handoff for Washington. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 44.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Third and 4.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence